Representing the Wellington region, Mana Recovery Incorporated provides vocational rehabilitation and training programs for people with mental health needs. I welcome them to the stage to share their story.
Tēnā koutou katoa. My name is Nick Leggett and I'm the proud mayor of the dynamic and diverse Porirua City. And with me is Elizabeth Kalutsi, the General Manager of Mana Recovery. We're going to talk to you about an inspiring story of partnership and the really smart use of what society commonly regards as trash. Both the real, tangible trash that our households generate, but also those people who have often been relegated to the scrap heap by society, mental health consumers. To give some background, Porirua has had a psychiatric hospital for over 125 years. It was originally the Porirua Lunatic Asylum, known more commonly today as Porirua Hospital. Still going strong as a major employer in our community, and of course there are a lot of our local residents are connected with the hospital either professionally or as a service user. So there's a lot of local association, and I think it actually helps make Porirua a tolerant and accepting community. Over 10 years ago, the community and the council decided on the very lofty aim of being a zero waste city. That is, that we would aim to have zero waste coming out of our city, generating zero waste as a city within the next 10 to 20 years. And Mana Recovery has successfully picked up these two themes and woven them together spectacularly, using waste minimisation to mental health consumers into paid employment and allow them to be a part of our society. Not only do Mana Recovery divert and reuse waste in many different and creative ways, they divert masses of tonnes from our landfill every year, continually extending its life. This year should have been the last year the Porirua landfill was open, but we actually have about another 12 to 15 years of life, saving our natural environment from unnecessary waste and ratepayers from significant costs required for funding a new landfill and for aftercare costs. Mana Recovery has helped us do that. They have a massive reputation across the region. People seek them out with all sorts of rubbish, and they see its inherent value. And it's great. They have a spectacular retail, volunteer and educational arm, and they are national leaders in the area of e-waste. I'm not going to speak any longer, but I'm going to ask Elizabeth to brief you now on their fantastic work. Kia ora tātou.
Kia ora, and thank you, Mayor Nick. Mana Recovery, our vision is to develop skills in people with mental health needs. We provide vocational training and rehabilitation to help make them work ready. And we work in partnership with local councils, with businesses and Capital and Coast DHB. Our people are our greatest resource, and together we're able to meet our goals of reducing waste to landfill while we improve the lives of people living with mental health needs. When we at Mana Recovery talk about resources, we also talk about our recover, recycle and reuse philosophy, which we do through business initiatives. We do a lot of business recycling. We look after the plastic that comes out of the warehouse from the whole greater Wellington region. Whittaker's gives us their bags, their paper, their plastic. We sort and we recycle those goods as well. We work in collaboration with other organisations. The Nainai Computer Club in Lower Hutt recently had its Boys Computer Day. The organisers came to Trash Palace. We sorted through a lot of broken toys, which we gave them, and they made their steampunk models. We're currently working on another project together, and we're collecting polystyrene for them. Our trainees, they volunteer their time to learn new skills that positively impact the environment. I have two quotes from two of our volunteers. Chris, we shouldn't waste stuff or put things in landfill. It's too valuable. We can reuse so much. And sadly, Chris did pass away just 2 weeks ago from one of his physical disabilities, but has had 15 fantastic years with us, coming to us 5 days a week. Mary Ann, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Mana Recovery. The people I've met are kind and give me a reason to live. I wouldn't be as happy as I am today without them. With over 100 volunteers, we have a volunteer manager, Dermot, who supports and nurtures our volunteers' development. He also is one of our art tutors and provides a art program over a 6-week period that all of our volunteers can attend. The board, led by Ted Gallen, generously donate their time, expertise and experience to help support Mana recovery. Our success is possible through their support, and I've got good news about Ted. He received a New Zealander of the Year local hero just last week for the work he does for Mana recovery. We have another group of volunteers who come and help us with our trainees, our staff, and help the environment. We have 80-year-old Alice and her son John. They come down to Trash Palace 5 days a week, and with them come a lot of other volunteers to come and help us do our work. They tidy the place, they move stock around, and they clean up the education centre after the kids have played. Without people like them, we would not be able to manage. We develop initiatives that reflect our environmental objectives by reusing resources that would otherwise go to landfill, always working towards zero waste, as Nick was talking about, and just looking at more and more creative ways in which we can do that. Recycle billboard skins, which we turn into products, if they were put into landfill, takes around 4,000 years to break down. We've just developed New Zealand's first electronic waste recycling training program. This will provide our staff with the necessary skills to safely dismantle e-waste. All of our volunteers have access to all of our training courses. I'd now like to draw your attention to the rev bags on your table. And I'd like my model to show everyone up in the gallery. Okay, so these are made out of recycled advertising billboard skins. They were designed by a local college, Mana College design students, and made by our team through the Art and Craft program. They're essential for an emergency. You can keep copies of your essential documents and phone numbers and your torchlight and other bits and pieces so that you've got it there handy to grab if you need it. So all the volunteers have got one on their table to take home with you today. How do we measure our success? We divert 1,500 tonnes per annum through Trash Palace. We divert 200 tonnes per annum through our business recycling. We transition our volunteers into paid employees. Matawai came to us through volunteer Porirua, and she's now employed by us. We currently have 28 employees with mental health needs who have come through our training program and our volunteer pool. They learn social and work-related skills. In them, we are creating a social awareness of the environment. We create a real sense of belonging in a safe environment. In conjunction with Porirua City Council, we commenced work at Bothamley Park in November 2011. This joint partnership sees us cutting grass, tree trimming, rubbish removal, and we'll start new planting and regeneration in the near future. Our volunteers are working to restore this park to a more natural area for people and families to use and enjoy, also developing new skills for our volunteers. All of this reduces stress on families as our volunteers have a reason to get up in the morning. This flows on to reduce costs for the DHB with better mental wellness. Low-income families, refugee students are able to buy affordable second-hand goods through Trash Palace. I would like to thank all of our sponsors and also especially TrustPower for bringing us these awards and this fantastic weekend. Kia ora, thank you, bye.